I cannot represent an entire community of people. I am but one woman. So what I can do is really hold on to the responsibility that I have now been given in some ways, for myself at least, to try to make more space for others, to try to be a part of helping to create more space for others. Well, number one, that answer is a much broader conversation than we could have in a quick couple words. But I think what is most important in understanding trans people is talking to trans people about these things. I think there's a lot of instances of trans people being spoken about by groups of people who are not trans. And if we are not in the room, then you're not going to be able to understand what's actually happening or going on in our lives. So much of our lives have been based on cis people and sort of cis people's lenses, or people who are not trans and their lenses. And I think that it's important, if people actually do want to understand and learn what things that trans people need and such, we need to be in the room. We have to be a part of the conversation. And because of that, there are so many things going on right now with our lives, our rights, our happiness basically being sacrificed in so many ways, which is, I think, would not be the case if there were more of us in the rooms able to be a part of the conversation.
This is the ACLU, American Civil Liberties Union, and I'm wearing it specifically tonight because Roe v. Wade is in great danger, and trans rights. I'm in support of trans rights. You know, they do a broad range of spectacular work, but specifically those two areas are what I'm just showing a little support.
Representing for the Pulitzer Prize. And you mentioned Paula Vogel's name. One of the other thrilling things is that Paula Vogel was my professor, and then there's a number nominee, Christina Anderson, who was my student, and also a Paula's student, so there's this lovely circle that's happening here. It's enormously thrilling and very gratifying to be part of a season in which there were more black playwrights represented, where there were more women represented than ever before. I think that we've come through a really hard time, and we, in some ways, wanted to return to a Broadway that felt more safer, more inclusive, more welcoming, and I think it is that. Yeah, I think that what has been proven this particular season is that a diverse set of voices can thrive and really is representative of what America looks like. I think we need even more voices on Broadway, that it shouldn't stop here. This is only just the beginning.
Well, it's definitely time. You know, we've had the summer of George Floyd's murder, we've had the Black Lives Matter movement. Caroline was telling a story set in 1963 that still needed to be told in 2021. So it's time for this change. It's time that change was stop talking about change and action it. So to see the action for me is a wonderful thing. Well, I think when COVID first hit and everyone was thinking, oh no, this is terrible, actually because of then what transpired, to come back and tell the story then in 2021 just felt more timely, more prescient, more relevant. So everything for a reason, and you know, we're still having to tell these stories in this way, which is a terrible thing, but being able to hold the mirror up and actually get some change action would be a fantastic thing. So yeah, I'm very proud to be a part of the show and to be telling that story.